Do I have the volume turned on the laptop?
Mm-hmm.
No, I do not.
That's where you do it.
Huh?
I said that's where you do it.
It should be coming up because I already tapped on go live. We've been live for 26 seconds.
There.
Okay. Can you see yourself?
I can see myself.
All right. Well, okay. Can you see?
Your stool? Yes.
Well, but can you see me? I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's bring it up here a little closer like this. You may need to scoot a little forward so they can see you. They can't see you back there. Let's see how that looks. You still need to come a little closer. You need to come further this way. See, they can barely see you. I see a few comments stacking up.
It's just happy place. Hi there. She says, I see you. Serenity Sealed says, good evening.
We're trying to get everything situated here.
Michael Ramirez says, good evening.
Deb, you still need to scoot. I'm sorry.
Okay, and then I can't do that.
Okay, then here, let me show you a little trick with this thing. Slide your hand in right there, then you can look at it. Is that all right? And if you get tired of holding it, I'll hold it.
I'm already tired of holding it. That thing's heavy.
I'm not going to use the term high maintenance. All right, can everybody hear us okay? We're trying a new mic method because we had issues before. It'll take a little bit because there's a time delay. Everybody needs to tell us if they can hear us.
There, yep.
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 Is it coming through loud? Is it coming through nice and clear and cleanly?
Tony, yes. Ginger Snap, Judy, thumbs up.
Okay. All right. How's the picture look? Does it look okay? I didn't ask you how good I looked. I just asked you how the picture looked. I already know who
Picture
looks
looks
best.
great.
Well, I think the picture looks great right there.
All right.
But anyway. All right, here we are.
Here we are.
Wow.
Early.
Yeah. Well, we go through this every time. We scheduled it at 7 o'clock. But I always...
6:53.
Okay. But I always like to start early just in case there are some glitches we need to iron out. Because as we well know from our last live that we did, we had some glitches and we never got them ironed out to our satisfaction.
Well,
Is that correct? Can you see it?
I can actually read my phone better, but that's fine. It's all fine.
Okay, well, get your phone. If you'd rather do your phone, that's fine.
I would rather do my phone.
She doesn't like this newfangled stuff.
I don't like that tablet. It's too big.
I think it's perfect.
Well.
But anyway. All right, well, I can read comments too then. There you go. What do you think of that? All right. Anyway.
There.
Do you have the volume turned down?
I just did.
Okay. All right, we'll give it a few minutes for other people to come on board that want to come on board because, as Deb likes to point out, we started early. But fortunately, it appears that we have no glitches.
So far.
Yeah, and it's a little irritating. I had this real fancy interface that I paid, well over $100 for, and just so I could use our wireless mics with our smartphone. And then it turns out, after researching some other videos on YouTube about the Rode Go-To wireless system, you can actually plug it into the USB port on the receiver, plug in a USB-C cable right into that, and with an adapter, turn around and plug it right into the USB-C port on your smartphone, and voila, it works. And that's about as simple as falling off a log. You can't get any simpler than that. But
Katie said Papa's about to be in big trouble.
uh-oh, why? What'd they do now?
Because you're being Papa.
I'm being Papa.
Yes. And of course, all of you know that we're expecting baby Nugget in November.
Yeah. Katie is with child.
Yes.
Yeah. And we spent some time with her yesterday, and I'm sorry, Katie, I didn't mention this to you while we were there. But I did notice that you seem to be glowing already. You're already glowing. Yeah.
Happy Place says, what if I don't have a USB-C port on my smartphone?
Well, is yours a iPhone or the right kind of phone, which would be an Android? Because you can use an adapter. There is an adapter available. Depending on if you have an iPhone with a lightning connector, there is an adapter available. It's for like $12. Do you have a Go-To wireless? I didn't know you had one. But that's cool if you do, because we love ours. And
iPhone with lightning port. The new iPhones have USB-C, but I was just yanking your chain.
Oh. I should have known.
Happy Place is in a mood tonight.
Aren't they, though? I would say, Jesse, control your wife, but that would get, yeah, see, that's already happening. I'm already getting in trouble.
Control your wife.
Well, Jesse and I both know who really is in control. Is that right, dear? Man, something tells me that this is going to be a short live.
Hey, Wayne, how are you?
This is going to be a short live. I can tell that right now. I'm getting myself in trouble every time I say anything. First thing we want to mention before we go any further, is it 7 o'clock yet?
6:58.
Okay, we'll wait a little bit before we mention this. The only thing I don't like about using the phone to go live, and we can do it with one of our GoPros, but the biggest thing I'm concerned about by trying to go live with one of the GoPro cameras is the batteries tend to get hot after they've been, on for a while. And I haven't had time to experiment with actually pulling the battery out and powering the GoPro from another source, which I do have. But I'd have to experiment with that, which takes time. And unfortunately, I thought I would have plenty, just for an example, I thought once we got here, I would have plenty of time to sit down and practice for the music presentation that I'll be doing at the Tiny House Adventures Rendezvous. And we've been here for 2 weeks so far, and I have yet to have an opportunity to set up and practice.
Well, you haven't been here 2 weeks.
No, but we've been in this area for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah. 1 week at another place, and we've been at this one for a week, and anyway, but...
what do you do from midnight till 6 in the morning?
Well, the other issue I'd have there is if I could stay awake and do that, then I have to be concerned about the fact that the bed is right there, and you'd be trying to sleep, and... Do I need to go any further? Okay. Now, what we would like to mention right now, and we might bring it up again, is our hearts and thoughts and prayers go out to all those that have suffered through the swarm of tornadoes that we've
And
had.
they have been a swarm.
I mean, it's been
2 nights in a
been
row.
horrible. Yeah, from Iowa, Nebraska,
Oklahoma, Texas.
Yeah, Texas,
Arkansas.
yeah, and fortunately, where we are, everything's kind of skirted around us. Although we did have a couple of tense moments, a couple of times in the last few days.
Now, I don't think Melinda's going to join us at Greenville to sing. She's more than welcome to, but I haven't picked up that she's going to do that. Something about that working thing.
Yeah, and she does. They don't have an RV, and we don't have room in here. Of course, I know what I would be expected to do. I would be expected to go and sleep in the gazebo.
Would you?
You know. I told you. I told you. But anyway, I'm not going to let that.
Well, those of you that have basements, that is fantastic that you had a basement to get into. We, of course, I was on radar watching the networks and watching the storms, being prepared to do what we had to do if we had to do something.
Yeah.
But it didn't get to us like it was in several other places.
Yeah. Well, it's good to see everybody. I see we got 75 on board so far. That is fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And we've been hoping for an opportunity where the internet would be good enough, for us to go live. And this particular spot we're familiar with, and we know that we can go live here because it has sufficient upload speeds in order to go live without buffering, at least from this end. So anyway, it was real heart-wrenching, and my eyes got a little watery from time to time, especially when we were watching Ryan Hall and those tornadoes up there in the Nebraska, Iowa area happened while it was still daylight, and we had a very clear view of absolutely monstrous tornadoes. I mean, these things were monsters. And I could only imagine the devastation they were causing, as we were watching this.
It was awful.
And it was terrible. And me growing up in Oklahoma, I've seen probably in my lifetime, okay, I'm tapping my foot, I know. Probably in my lifetime, I've probably seen 50 tornadoes myself, somewhere in that ballpark. And I'm really surprised when I talk to people that have never, ever seen a tornado their entire life, but they didn't grow up in the heartland, so that's probably why. But actually, Deb and I, Ryan Hall is the best, Tony, as far as we're concerned. As far as we're concerned, well, we think he's.
Hi, John.
Yeah.
Hope you and Jan are doing well.
Yeah.
We had the privilege of stopping off at Jan and Johnny's on our way back to Arkansas and visited with them for a few days, and that was amazing. Mm-hmm. And since we've been in Northwest Arkansas, we've had the privilege to visit with Terry and Cindy, and then Diana and Tommy.
Yep.
As well as, of course, our children. No, I haven't seen my boys yet. That job thing.
Those boys are elusive. They're both working so hard. Constantly working. And
the weather, because they're only off on certain days of the week, and the weather hasn't been conducive.
Yeah, it hasn't been cooperative on the days we could get together and be outside, at the campgrounds we're at. But we're going to be here for a little while longer, so there'll be some opportunities there.
And today we took the van to our mechanic and left it with him.
Yep. He's gonna trace down the issue with the air conditioner compressor not coming on. He's not so sure, so I'm really glad that I sent that one control module back, but he's not so sure that it is the control module that's causing the problem. But anyway, he will dive into it tomorrow and take a look at that, and among a couple of other things we have to repair while he's there. But we have a few people comment from time to time thinking the van's too old, it's got too many miles, it's got this, it's got that. But the van has been wonderful for us. We bought this van about 6 years ago. And at the time when we bought it, we bought it actually just before we decided to build our first cargo conversion.
It's probably been closer to 7 years
probably
ago.
So. And I called Deb up one day while I was out driving it, and I said, I just thought of something. And she said, what's that? And I said, if we decided to return to the travel life, because we tried it once before in a Class A motorhome, and some of you know that story about how we were sleeping in it one night, and I woke up and smelled something funny, and 20 minutes later we were on fire. That's another reason why we decided to build our own rigs. But I called her up and I said, I just thought of something. And she said, what's that? And I said, this van is a heavy duty 3/4 ton. We can tow a fairly large trailer with it. And she said, yeah, you're right. So that's kind of what got us to thinking. The van has been wonderful. When we originally bought this van, we paid $3,500 for it. And you could not buy that van today for that kind of money. And altogether, I know some people find this hard to believe, but one of the first things that I did, we went ahead and put a new radiator in it. We put a new fuel pump in it just because. We also added an auxiliary transmission cooler. We did have to get the transmission rebuilt. How long's it been now? Almost 2 years since we got. Yeah.
Right at 2 years, actually.
But when you add up all the cost, which includes the original cost of the van, we have just a little over a total of $10,000 invested in that van over a period of 6-7 years. So and it's still even though we left it at the mechanic, the van had been sitting here at the spot for 2 days, and we hadn't started it or anything because we ended up borrowing one of our grandson's cars to drive while it's in the shop. And when I got out in it this morning to take it, I just barely touched the key and it fired right off. Idles as smooth as silk, and took off running down the road. It's just got a few things that's got to be, addressed, which you have to do.
We have to do it. We have to do it.
And of course, when we're going down the road, my ears are always tuned in to any kind of strange noises or anything like that. So, I try to stay on top of those things just to make sure that it won't give us any trouble. One of these days, if the funds allow it.
I've been looking at the prices.
Yeah. We may just buy another crate motor for that thing one of these days, because this is a Southern vehicle, so it doesn't have any significant. It's just got a little bit of surface rust on the frame, and that's it. It's nothing's.
Hopefully, we can hold out until Josh has his own garage, and he can, help us with that.
Yeah. That's our other grandson. He went to Votech, and he is a certified automotive technician now.
Yes.
Yep. And we're really proud of all of our kids and grandchildren. We certainly are. But anyway, it's really nice to have an up and coming mechanic in the family. That's for sure.
Yeah, because our mechanic keeps telling us he ain't gonna do this forever.
Yeah, because he's getting up there in years like me and Deb. But anyway, that's the deal on that.
Hi, Selma.
Is Selma there? Yeah, there she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Selma.
And someone was within a half a mile of a tornado in their cargo. I'm so sorry. That's
my
scary
goodness.
stuff.
I bet that scared you to death. I surely did. Surely did. It when you're in something like this, you do have to be much more aware of what's
the weather.
going on around you.
Yes.
Yeah.
We check that weather often. Very often.
However, we'll mention this, and some of you will be surprised to hear this, but one thing that Deb and I would like to do, at least for one season, is we would like to storm chase. We'd like to be storm chasers.
Well, not with my home.
No. Yeah, let's go out chasing a tornado while we're towing the trailer.
I want my home safely somewhere out of harm's way.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you go out into the areas where there's a good possibility of having, storms to chase like that, where would the safe place be to park your trailer while you're out doing that? How would you know?
Not in Oklahoma and Texas, I can tell you that.
So that's always in the back of your mind, happy place camping with your house in tow.
Sure.
Shoot. But anyway, Gone with Franny. Hi, Bill and Deb. Love meeting you guys last year, but will not make the June trip. You made me feel right at home. A love on bunch. Well, we appreciate that, and that's our goal all the time, is to make everyone feel right at home. So many people, when they meet us for the first time, you know, they say, "Well, you guys are just as nice as you are on your channel, or you're just the same kind of people." I don't. I mean, I appreciate that comment, but we don't quite, because that's all we are. We're just plain old people, just out enjoying life, and that's it. So anyway, any questions while we've got folks here? We got 103 watching right now, and we really appreciate that. Lisa says, "But I'd like to watch." But I like to watch. Okay.
She's not going storm chasing.
Oh, she's not going storm chasing.
You would have to follow the conversation.
Oh, well, okay.
That's why you're not allowed to read while you're going.
Okay. Well, sorry.
So what's in the near future?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I don't know. You're the boss. What's in the near future?
Okay, tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Bill gets to go have an eye. Well, actually,
No,
it's a
I'm
laser
having a procedure done tomorrow.
thingy tomorrow on his eye.
My right eye. Yeah. Yeah. I had cataract surgery on my right eye. It's been, close to 3 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Maybe
then
4.
Maybe, but anyway, they told me that when I had it done, that they said that, in a year to 2 years, something like that, sometimes there can be a film. And they had another name for it, a fancy name, and that can go over your eye, and then all we got to do is just schedule it. It's an outpatient thing. Doesn't take very long, but then they can clean that up. Well, we did that the last time we were here in the area. Had it done
last September, I believe.
Yeah, before we left on our next adventure. But what they do, they have you come in and they do that, and you got to hold your eye just so for a while, where they're shooting all these lasers, all around inside it and all that stuff. But, and then they had me come back 2 or 3 days later, which was only about 2 or 3 days before we were scheduled to leave, just to look at it again and make sure everything went the way it was supposed to. And they said, "Well, we don't understand it. Sometimes this happens, though, but we didn't get it all," or something, like part of it folded back up over, or something like that, And I guess what they do, the way they talked about it, it sounded like they sectioned off the filming and then made it fold.
You're freaking out your company here.
Oh, I am? Oh, well, hey, I didn't feel a thing. It's okay. Cataract surgery was a cakewalk as well. If any of you have that coming up and you're concerned about it, it was a cakewalk. I have, the only thing that was irritating for me was they told me I had to sleep on the side opposite of my eye for 2 weeks, I didn't do that. But anyway, because I toss and turn during the night.
Most of us do.
But anyway, everything worked out. But
the hardest part about that, your cataract surgery, was we did not know this until, discharge, was that you couldn't lift more than 15 pounds.
Yeah, so Deb ended up
having
to...
at that time, we were pulling the blue boys up the hill. So that was interesting.
Uh-oh, we've been found out.
Uh-oh.
Gail Scott. "Hi, Bill and Deb. We are here at Prairie Creek on our..." Whoops, I'll let the cat... Okay, guys, we're at Prairie Creek in Rogers. That's the campground we're at. Okay.
Well, Gail.
Thanks, Gail.
If you're going to be here a few days, we'll be gone tomorrow.
Yeah. Anyway, on our first ever RV camping trip.
Well, how exciting.
We were driving around checking out the campground and saw your tiny house. Very nice. Well, thank you very much. You need to come by and say hi. We will be
gone most of the day
tomorrow, but we
Tuesday.
should be around Tuesday. And we would love to. Yeah, I keep tamping my foot. I'm sorry. Anyway, feel free to stop by. And Brian's there. Hi, Brian. How you doing, bud? Brian Hubbard.
Brian wants to hear the results because he helped work on it. He was one of those people out there.
I will let you know, Brian. I will message you and let you know what the results were, and hopefully Rick finds it. He seems to, usually Rick. It's strange. Rick one reason why I buy GMs, but I've been a GM guy most all my life anyway. We've had some Fords. We've had our share of Fords and Dodges, and we even had a couple of American Motors, some Ramblers, didn't we?
Yeah, I had one
and
when I
some
got
Jeeps.
married.
Have had some Jeeps. But anyway, Rick was he worked for a major dealership in the area for years, and and he pretty much knows GM products inside and out. And he literally is one of these guys, and I say this in a joking manner, but you'll know what I'm alluding to when I say this. He is one of these guys who you can back the vehicle up to the phone, and he'll listen to it, and he'll tell you what's wrong with it. That's really not true.
Totally true, but
Yeah, but you know what I mean. He's pretty sharp when it comes to GM products. And
poor Rick, we've been known to call him at 2, 3 in the morning and say, Rick, because we thought he would just leave a message and he'd get back with us the next morning. No,
Yeah.
he answered his phone, poor
yeah,
guy.
then he tells me later, "Don't do that no more."
Don't do that no more.
So anyway, and yeah, Teresa Tillock. Hi, Bill and Deb. Hi, Teresa. How are you doing? And Wayne wants to know how your knees are doing.
Ow. Well,
Don't stop that.
knock on wood.
Stop that.
They are doing pretty dang good. I feel like I'm walking like a human. And my knees, my legs are stiff. I don't even know how to explain it, but they're stiff. And I know that I'm concentrating on walking, but every step does not generate pain at this point in time. Every step is just a matter of making, I'm moving my legs. And
we just hope it hangs on. It continues to help her for a while.
So far, so good.
Yeah,
I'm very pleased.
Yeah. I mean, we already know, as many commented about when we did the video, that eventually she's probably going to have to do knee replacement.
Well, I have several reasons why I'm not.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know.
a lot of it has to do with our lifestyle.
Yeah.
I don't have 6 to 8 weeks to hold up somewhere.
Yeah.
And if I was to do 6 to 8 weeks hold up somewhere, the only way I can do that is actually to be a camp host at a Corps of Engineer campground. And those of you that know us know that we're hoping to not have to do that ever again.
We think everyone
should do it once.
Everyone should do it once. If they, I'll tell you, well, that's just a great thing. You get to live there for free, and everything, and all you got to do is sit in the booth and all this stuff. Well,
everyone should do it at least
you just need to learn for yourself, and 95% of every RVer are wonderful.
Yes.
But it's that 5% that just makes your life a living hell.
So don't be one of those.
The rules do not apply to them. They don't have to check out at 3 o'clock. They can check out at 5 if they want. It don't matter. That's just one of many, many, many things. Deb keeps nudging me when
you're tapping your foot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're doing crazy things over here. It sounds like a drum rolling.
Happy Place Camping. I will never be a camp host. I already know how I wouldn't like it. I don't need to try.
You should never say never.
Yeah, you know.
You just jinxed yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry, babe. Sorry. Just tell me which campground you're at.
Yeah. And we'll come by and be one of those 5%ers.
That's right.
Oh, shoot. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about now. Oh, the eye surgery thing. But anyway, the cataract surgery was nothing. But anyway, I've got to go back in tomorrow, and they're going to redo what they tried to do last time. Since they wanted me to come back and do the redo the day that we were scheduled to leave.
We had to get to the October rendezvous.
Yeah.
We couldn't take time for that.
We couldn't wait. We had places we had to be. We had to go see our peeps. So I told them I'd just have to take care of it when I got back, and they said, okay, but you'll have to pay another copay. And well, I can pay $30. It's okay. So anyway, that's what we're going to do there. But the cataract surgery thing, if y'all might have that coming up, Lisa Jumper, don't be the 5%. Anyway, literally this doctor, he really knows this stuff. We really think the world of this guy, and his name is Dr. Jeffries in Rogers. And I think he schedules cataract surgeries twice a week.
I don't know. I know there's certain days.
You know, I know there's certain days that he schedules it. But what he does, he has everybody lined up. And the day we were there, he probably did 20 or 30. But they had us all lined up, all in succession, and they had everything done in stages because first they'll give you a certain kind of cream they'll put in your eye. Then they come back and they do another kind of cream a little bit later. Then they do another kind of cream a little bit later. They also have already started an IV, and just before you get ready to go in, they, or maybe it might be right after they get you inside and get you in the chair, they give you this shot through the IV that just makes you feel, just do whatever you want. And anyway, by the time I got in there, you know, everything was wonderful, and I didn't feel a thing. And actually, I know this is going to gross some out, but I could see it all as it was happening.
That does gross people
I know. But anyway, but you know, the way they had it all orchestrated, it was really, it was like a well-oiled machine because they had everybody set up in stages. And by the time the next person on the gurney was ready to go in, they had just had their last treatment with the eye cream, you know, before they brought him in. And man, he was just able to, you know, boom, 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 boom. Anyway.
Crow's Nest, we have not checked our mail today.
What's that?
Wants to know if we received a package.
Yeah. No, but we'll be going checking our mail probably maybe tomorrow, the latest Tuesday or Wednesday. So, and you know,
I'll call.
We can call them and see if it came in. And we do appreciate you sending us that, and we'll do a video about them too. I'm excited about getting them. Thank you very much, Crow's Nest, for that. But that'll make our life easier.
We have the Gazelle up. We put the Gazelle up. Try to put it up every time we go somewhere. And we had company. Diana and Tommy came up a couple of nights, and we sat around. And
one night we went to
we
Texas Roadhouse.
We went and ate, and then we come back and had wine.
Yeah.
We introduced Diana to our wine.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. And we don't have a bottle tonight.
No, we ran out.
Yeah.
And it's Sunday. You can't buy it in Arkansas on Sunday.
No. They would need to knock me out, Felicity. Well, you don't know what's, well, you know, but you don't know. So
well, she's young.
You know what's
yet.
going on, but you don't know what's
she's
going on.
She's young yet.
Yeah, I know.
She's got a few years.
She's just a kid.
Just a kid.
All right. Any questions or anything? I haven't seen any questions or anything. A lot of people are visiting among themselves, which is great.
Yes, the rendezvous is just a few weeks away, and we've got our lanyards. I got those in with the clear name badges, so those are ready.
Got our banner.
Got the banner. Got some giveaway stickers. Got our pop-up for our table so that we're not out there in the sun because it's going to be hot in June. But it's been raining ever since we came to this campground.
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten our bicycles off the rack.
No, and we planned on doing a lot of bike riding here.
Yeah.
But well, it'll happen.
But we needed the rain here because the lake is actually lower than I've ever seen it, Beaver Lake. I bet you have 20 feet of shoreline that normally you do not see. Especially in April. Maybe August, September you might, but in April's usually flood stage month. So it's very highly unusual.
Yeah, for it to be as low as it is right now. But
usually April they're worrying about, okay, when can we release the water? When? Because downstream they're having floods too.
Paige is saying, looking forward to seeing everyone and meeting new friends at the rendezvous. Yeah, and so are we. Yeah. Absolutely. The rendezvous, we're getting, it's getting closer and closer. It's about 6 weeks away?
Yeah. Teresa, I'm pretty sure I did get your email and I will respond to those probably later tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow morning, I got to be at the doctor like 9:30, 10, so won't be getting on the computer.
Man, we're actually going to have to crawl out of bed.
We got to get up and get around.
I got to, when the coffee pot goes off at 6, I literally got to get up then and start pouring coffee.
Instead of raining around, wait until 7.
Anyway, The rendezvous is, we're really excited. And I know we've said this about the last one, but we're expecting this one to be much larger than the last one was, because we know how big the campground is, and we know that pretty much all the sites are filled. And hopefully, because it's being done in a different part of the country, there'll be some opportunities for some people to come that we still have yet to meet. So we're really excited about all that as well. Those of you that are coming to the rendezvous, if you want to get a commemorative shirt, you need to contact us before May the 5th. And we did a video about that here just a few days ago to remind everyone. We've got several folks that have placed their orders, and we'll briefly explain it again how we're doing it. And these shirts will be a one-time run. There'll never be another shirt like this again.
No, because this is Missouri's shirt.
Yeah, you're wearing a Missouri shirt right there, aren't you? Okay. I'm wearing just a knockabout shirt. But if you want to get a shirt, you contact us at iridetinyhouse@gmail.com. iridetinyhouse@gmail.com. Let me say it one more time. My granddaughter said, "You say that 3 or 4 times, Papa." Well, there's a reason. iridetinyhouse@gmail.com. Contact us there, email us, and the shirts are available in sizes from small to 3X, with a few 4X possible. You can ask for a 4X, and we'll see if they can get them, but sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. So, but anyway, they are available from small through 3X with no issues. They're available in 2 colors, either the red or black, and they're a flat fee of $30, and we're going to do it on the honor system. We're taking care of it ourselves, and we will have the shirts there. And when you come by and pick up the shirts, you're simply reimbursing us for the $30 for the shirt. So that's how that works. We did it last time, and it worked out well. So we're going to do it at least one more time. We'll see what happens on the next rendezvous, but for now, that's the way we're going to do it again this time. So anyway, if you want to get a shirt, that's what you got to do. Contact Deb at iridetinyhouse@gmail.com. And then you just simply need to tell her what site you're going to be at. Of course, we need your name, the site number where you'll be, and the sizes, colors, and amount of shirts you want. So, did I do that right?
Sandy at Casita, if you'll email me, I'll give you that information.
Okay.
Stores close to the rendezvous. Yes, there is. The closest major grocery store is in
Poplar Bluff.
Poplar Bluff.
They do have a grocery store in Greenville. We've never been in it.
No, and they have a Dollar General in Greenville.
Yeah, they do.
The closest would be in Poplar Bluff, which is about 20 miles from the campground?
I was reading. Sorry.
About 20 miles from the campground?
What, Poplar Bluff?
Yes.
Yeah, 25.
Okay.
25 miles. And the Walmart is right off of the highway when you pull into Poplar Bluff. It's, you don't even have to go deep into Poplar Bluff proper.
As far as bingo night, bring the gifts with you. The giveaways, we've already gotten several people telling me what they're going to bring.
Yeah,
and
one a lot of people will appreciate. I'm not going to give it away, but
we've had several people reach out to us and say, "I think I'm going to bring this. What do you think?" And, so just bring them with you. That would be the best, because we want you to be there too.
Greenville's a small town. It's not very big, so just so you'll know. So. But they have a really nice Walmart Supercenter, like we were saying, 25 miles down the road, and it's a beautiful drive.
Linda Coleman and David are buying a cargo.
I saw that.
Congratulations,
I saw
guys.
I saw that.
We haven't seen you the last couple of times we've been back to Arkansas.
Yeah, y'all need to come down while we're going to be in the area. So we'll be in the area until May the 27th, is that right? In this area. Did I say that right? Don't we leave May 27th?
May 27th
Is
is when we start heading towards Greenville.
We got a campground. We're going to stop off on the way.
Alejandro, I would love to do that. I sent Selma the Amazon badges that I've already bought. If you can do the inserts for those, that'd be awesome. If you can't, we'll figure out something else.
120 are on watching us.
Because
now.
last time, yes, I know you made those, but you also brought the plastic things that they went in because it probably matched what you were doing. So, but contact me here again. Would love the help.
Nancy came in and said hi.
Hey, Nancy.
Yeah. Nancy. I
hope you're feeling better, Nancy, since your surgery.
Yeah.
And being ready to, take names and kick you know what come June.
that would mean nothing would have changed.
No, because then she's feeling better.
Well, I know. Which does that mean that she'll be more aggressive in that respect?
She will feel normal. She wasn't herself at Pickettsville.
Okay. All right. Well, this is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
She was quiet, so we knew she wasn't feeling well.
Okay. I'll be ready for you, Nancy. I'll be ready. Anyway, I'm getting excited about it, just talking about it here. Getting more excited.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I
just hope I can remember songs.
You're just going to have to start slinging that guitar around your neck every 5 minutes. Any 5 minutes you get, you're going to have to sit down and practice.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Just as soon as I have the time.
I don't think you're going to be able to wait for time. You're going to make time.
Richard. Rich says hi, too. Nancy, ready to kick butt.
If you won't be there till Monday.
She says she won't be there on Monday. I guess I won't get there till Tuesday.
Monday is everybody arriving.
Yeah.
And Monday, usually evening, we have what we call meet and greet, which everybody kind of gathers. And this time we're going to do it at our spot. And everybody gather around, make sure you've signed the book, picked up your name badges, paid for your shirt, reimbursed us for your shirts if that's what you want to do, and just kind of start getting acquainted.
Okay.
And so that's what you would miss.
Jim and Terry, can you ride your bikes to town? We are coming in a Class C and won't have car to go anywhere. This is our first time to a rendezvous. In this particular campground, the answer is yes. That factors a trail, a paved, dedicated bike trail that takes you all the way in to Greenville.
It takes you through a tunnel that goes under the highway.
Right.
And it takes you up at least to the Dollar General. I don't know about a grocery store.
Well, the grocery store is 1 block off of the main drag that goes through, but I think there's about a car every 5 minutes, that goes down the road.
It's
so
not
it's not,
a busy town.
Once you get into town, but we can mention where that is. But the Dollar General there, if I remember correctly, was a fairly nice Dollar General.
I don't know that I went in it.
Yeah, really? I think I did.
You did, because we was out of coffee and paper towels.
Oh. And peanut clusters.
It was an emergency.
Oh, gotta have peanut clusters. What was that? Okay, Nancy, I'm sure this came from her. You only think you're ready for me. We'll see.
Hey, Brad, how you guys doing?
Did Brad come in? Yeah, there he is.
He's been in and out.
He had to restart. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, but it's and that bike ride is a beautiful bike ride, by the way. It runs kind of along the what is the name of that river there? It's not. I can't remember the name of
St. Francis?
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. It runs along the St. Francis River, which they actually say that you're on the lake there, and I can't remember the name of the lake now. Wapapello. Yeah, thank you, dear. She's just a wealth of information tonight. What would I do without her?
Haven't been drinking yet.
No. And we don't have any because you drank it all the other day.
I had a cup of coffee, though.
I know. Yeah, so she's raring to go. But it's a beautiful bike ride, and it runs kind of along the river part of the way. And I think you said you had e-bikes, which is good because it's also hilly. But it's a really pretty ride. We rode down through there when we were there before. And when we were there before, although it wasn't any kind of a special event, every single RV there had bikes.
Pretty much.
Just about everybody. And they went on nightly bike rides, and you could see people riding bikes during the day, and we got out and would join them now and then. It's really a pretty neat place for riding bikes, both inside the campground and the trail that runs off of the campground. It literally takes off from the campground and takes you into Greenville itself. So yeah, it's going to be neat. It's going to be neat. Anything else, babe?
I don't know when we're going to make it to Chattanooga. Someday.
Someday.
Everyone brings coloring books for Jeff. Yes. Diana, don't you fret about that. We enjoyed sharing it with you.
But if you got one,
leave her alone.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man. We'd forgotten how much we really appreciated that Arkansas wine when we got here. Our favorite one. For those of you that don't know, Post Wine, which is a winery here in Arkansas. It's over by Altus, Arkansas, not too far from Ozark, Arkansas. They have this one they call Post Concord. And this particular one is not your typical Concord wine. It has a little bit more of a kick because they add brandy to it as well. But it is our favorite wine. And you're just going along, just having a wonderful time visiting, and then you go to stand up, and you realize...
So you have to drink it cautiously.
Yeah.
Is what we're trying to tell you.
Yeah, yeah. Exercise.
No, we're not doing designated food night because we're expecting close to 200 people. That's way too many. So what we're thinking is, and I have yet to decide if we're going to do bingo in the middle of the day or wait till evening because of the temperatures.
Some of these we'll just be making announcements as we go along because we're going to see how the temperatures are going. It could be pleasant or it could be very, very hot.
You know, if it's like 100 degrees at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, y'all are going to want to be in a shade tree somewhere. You're not going to want to be gathered in the pavilion. Anyway, I don't think you will. We're just going to have to play this all by ear. But I'm thinking everybody eat your own meals at your own wherevers. You know, if you meet your neighbor and you guys decide to share a meal, awesome. But we're not going to have formal meals.
We are going to reserve the
pavilion.
The pavilion. It's not a very large pavilion, but it does have a lot of shade trees around it.
Right. And we need to get on that.
Yeah, we need to get on that. It's we were waiting until the funds became more available. It's $50 a night, which is only $150 for 3 nights that we'd want it. But we are going to reserve that. So anyway.
So we'll have that spot because at our location, personal location, Site 31, I believe, we've got a great open space, but we don't have a lot of shade trees right there. So it's a great place to gather as the sun's going down. So these are all things that I'm just going to have to kind of figure out the weather and figure times accordingly. If we all decide to get together in the afternoon for each event, then evenings after dinner and the weather cools off just a little bit, we'll go for a group bike ride or something. Something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I was reading another comment here. In central Mississippi, going to start a minimalist cargo trailer conversion this Wednesday.
Yay!
Picked up a new 10-footer last week. Well, congratulations, Centerfire One. Congratulations. Keep us posted on the progress.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
We love pictures.
send us some photos at iridetinyhouse@gmail.com. And something about photos. Let's talk about photos for a minute. A lot of folks, they'll send us photos and want to post them and stuff like this, which is wonderful. But photos that work the best are not shot in portrait. They don't shoot photos in portrait. In other words, you're holding your phone straight up and down. Shoot them in the landscape, and you want to shoot them in the wider version of landscape. And now I forgot what it's called. Somebody help me. What it's called on the standard width on landscape. And I used to be able to just rattle that right off the top of my head. But there's a narrow landscape and there's a wider landscape, and shoot them in the wider landscape. And the reason why I say that, if we were to share some photos, say on the YouTube channel in one of our videos, of course the videos are shot in a landscape that fills the screen of the TV or that fills the screen of your phone when you're holding it sideways, in a horizontal position. So your photos will show up a whole lot better if we show them on TV, or if we show them, if you watch them on TV on our YouTube channel, or even if you watch them on your phone. And of course, if you're holding your phone like this, it'll fill the whole screen just like it would on a regular flat screen TV. So that's why we prefer to have photos shot that way, and you should be able to go in and adjust that on your phone real easily. You just simply go in, when you open up the camera, there will be a little settings button, and tap on that, and it'll show you, the different options that you have on how you can shoot it. But the photos will show up a whole lot better, and we're just mainly thinking about y'all. If you ever notice, when someone shares a video or something of an event to a television station, and they shot it in portrait, and of course, you're watching your TV on the news station, and all you see is this thing in the middle of your screen, and there's, it's all kinds of shading on either side. So
16.9.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Thank you, people.
Thank you. 16.9.
Dan Thompson, we'll look forward to, I'm hoping we get to see your finished cargo. You just finished it.
Yeah, fabulous. Fabulous. We'd love to see that. But anyway, shoot them in that format, and it'll be a lot easier for us to share those should we decide that we'd like to share them on the YouTube channel. If you can do that, that would sure help a lot, and you'll have more of an opportunity of getting photos of your project shown. In fact, that would be a great idea for a standard weekly thing. If we had that many folks send in photos.
To do what do they call it?
Like I don't know. We could do like projects from followers or something like that. I'd have to come up with a name for it, or maybe we could do a thing where at each video that we post, that we could tag some at the end of the video, give something for folks to look forward to. So there's all kinds of possibilities what we could do with that. So anyway, just so you know, and we'll talk about that again later, again. But you need to shoot them in landscape and in the 16.9 format, or 16:9.
Montage.
That's
what Richard said.
Okay, that could be another name for it. Danny Smith is going like this. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. 127 people watching. Wow, that is absolutely fabulous. And I guess the audio's coming through really good. Again,
they would have gave up by now if it wasn't.
Well, that's true. That's true. So,
or somebody would have said, "Bill, can't hear you."
Yeah. Well, I'm tickled to death that it works, and the irritating thing about the whole thing is it was just so simple. Why didn't I figure this out long before now? Because I've had the stuff that I needed for this.
I was going to say, is this the stuff that you said? I have just what I need.
Yeah, I just said that just the other day. I said that after I watched this video and said, well, I think I can do that with what I got.
I think I've got all that.
Yes, audio was great here in Southeast Michigan. Fabulous. Audio was perfect from Richard. Danny Smith gave me, thank you, Danny. A happy place. Yep, we would have left if we couldn't hear you.
That's right.
Thanks.
I wish I would have. Can't blame him for that. Bill needs one more set of glasses. Yes, I know he does.
Needs another set of glasses on? You say I can't see good enough?
No.
With one set, I need two pair?
No.
Or do I look ugly in these?
You know
Don't
what
go
it
there.
is? You know what it is?
What's that?
You have your sunglasses on your hat.
Oh. What's that do? Oh, that's what he was getting at.
He's a little dense.
I like these sunglasses, by the way, and I found that the best way to carry them, so I know I'll always have them when I need them, is up here. I got these at Harbor Freight. These are technically safety glasses, and I paid like $5 for them. And the thing about it is, if I lose them or break them, I just go to another Harbor Freight and drop another $5, and I'm back in business again. You real pretty. You're making me nervous, Richard. I'm having a blast today. This is awesome. This is fabulous. Richard's making me nervous. Where's your sign, Bill? What's the sign? Where's your sign?
For our parking spot at his place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where is your sign, Bill?
I don't. Oh, was I supposed to send one?
Evidently.
I'll get right on that and get that sent. Anyway,
I take it from that Jerry's already sent one.
It wouldn't surprise me at all if Jerry has. This is some of us are going to be getting together for a little powwow after the rendezvous. That's what we're talking about here. Brad Basinger, no. Okay.
No, he hasn't.
Oh, he hasn't? Oh, so
he wasn't supposed to provide it. You were.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm not in those conversations that much.
Well,
your sign for being slow.
Your sign for being slow about glasses. Oh, is that like, well, here's your sign.
Maybe.
Is that what you were referring to?
I don't know.
That may
be it.
Who knows? And Brad says, right page. And then happy place, here's your sign.
Oh, well, we're all slow. We're slow.
It's okay.
That's okay.
It's all right.
We'll blame it on the old age card tonight.
Don't. 136 watching. Okay, Crow's Nest. Have you had any leaks from the storms that y'all had the last few days? No. Not a bit.
Isn't that awesome?
And here again, what we did, and you can't see it, but it's directly above us here. And now that I know for a fact that I have no leaks whatsoever, I need to finish trimming that back out again because I pulled all the trim down. And I have some other things in mind for that up there too. Not a single leak, not a one. But what we did,
it was deluge again.
Deluge after deluge. I mean, it rained
hard rain.
Buckets. But what we did, we cleaned that all up, and then we painted it with a product called Hengs, HENG''S. You can Google it. It's rubber roof coating, RV rubber roof coating, and we cleaned it real good up there, and we painted all around it about this far out, all around the vent, plus loaded paint up. We even painted over the vent itself because it doesn't move anyway. But we painted over the vent itself just in case there was a crack in it or something, although we didn't see anything except for maybe where I thought we might have had that one little pinhole. But not one drop, not a single drop. So we are going to paint the rest of the roof with it, everything we can get to. Now we do have 4 solar panels up on top, and those are mounted with those ABS plastic corner pieces and side pieces where they're glued to the roof of the trailer. And if I had to do it over again, I probably would have used something different, but I didn't know all the different things that were available to me then when we first originally installed the panels. But trying to get those panels back off would be a little difficult. They're up there pretty much to stay. I mean, when push comes to shove and it's time to replace them or whatever, we will get them off. But what we are going to do for now, we're going to at least paint up to them and all around them on all the exposed roof. And, it will help prevent some possible leaks down the road. In addition to that, it's also a wonderful reflective material, which will help in cooling in the summertime as well. So, but I was very impressed with the product. Our friend Jerry, he had a part of a bucket, and he said, let's just use it and try it. And we did. And so now I'm going to be ordering some, and that's what we're going to be doing with it. And I might even paint the top of the van with it. Nobody sees the top of the van. So who knows? Might even use it up there. But anyway.
Rhonda, there are very few foods or desserts that we don't like. Just FYI.
It's just that I really got to try to watch it.
So you can bring it to me.
I've been a bed boy for a while, and I really got to try to watch.
Hey, Paul, hope you and Julie are doing great.
I saw that. I saw that comment, and I was going to talk about that. Hope y'all like lemon pound cake. Oh, I hate it. Where is it?
That's the one I was talking about.
No. And Paige, she makes a wonderful lemon pie, too. Paige. Anyway. I know that I'll be riding my bike every chance I get. I'll probably ride my bike to all the different walkthrough videos we'll be doing there, you know.
If you haven't figured out a way to carry your camera, yeah.
Yeah, well, get me a backpack or something. Or,
you could get you a backpack.
Yeah, could do that. Could do that. I hear thunder.
I hear thunder again. Here it comes again. Yeah. Of course, it's dark.
Yeah. That's all right. We'll be watching radar here in a little bit. But anyway, do you like peanut butter cookies? No. I'm joking when I say that. Actually, my favorite cookie that has peanut butter in it are no-bake cookies, which, you know, are made with chocolate, oatmeal, and peanut butter.
How do you know what they got in them?
I can tell when I take a bite.
Oh.
Yeah. I have extraordinary taste buds.
Gotcha. Right. Discerning.
That's funny right there. Okay, we're having a storm right now, tornado warning in Texas. Someone look at the radar here in northwest Arkansas. See what we got
we'll look it
there.
up if we're going to be on a few more minutes.
Yeah, we'll be shutting her down here in a few minutes.
Anything else you wanted to talk about?
Will you be back in the Terre Haute, Indiana area anytime this summer? Yeah, we will. We'll be back in that area shortly after the rendezvous is over. I'd say like the latter week in June, something like that. Is that right? In the area. So yeah, we'd be able to get together with y'all for sure. Right? Yeah. What else? I'm talking on the phone because the rain is so loud when it hits the trailer top. Well, we don't have. I mean, when the rain is real, I will speak. We'll give you our experience. Of course, we have 2 layers of insulation up there. We have a total of 1 3/4 inch of insulation up there on top, and we definitely know it's raining. Believe me, but it's not like you're in a metal building, you know, with no insulation. We can talk on the phone, and we have many times, and we can watch TV, we can do whatever we need to do. But I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we have so much insulation, and we do have those 4 panels sitting on top.
Solar panels, that helps break up some of that.
That will help break up a bit of that too. The only thing that we hope doesn't happen is, you know, if we have, you know, heavy hail. We have been in hail before, but the hail hasn't been big enough.
Somebody says a large storm cell about to go over Beaver Lake.
Okay. All right. I'm going to back out of here and look at the radar right quick, and you could keep monitoring the comments. How's that?
Well, no, because I can't carry on the conversation all by myself.
Oh.
So, no. You're just going to have to take your chance.
Okay, fine.
Diana and Tommy are in a pop-up, and they're not scared.
I'm not scared.
How many amps does your mini split pull?
I've never really paid a whole lot of attention, to be honest with you. I think, you know, if you're talking about, oh man, it pulls around as far, now, of course, the mini split is AC, and it pulls around 12 to 1400 watts when the compressor is on, AC current, which, you know, which would be...
That's what's coming over us right now.
Oh, that's all yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't nothing.
That's very little red.
Yeah.
So we're not
concerned about that.
Not too much. A little bit, not too much.
Here's what I do know. We can go 2 days when we're careful, running the mini split With our battery bank, we have a 270 amp hour battery bank. 270 amp hour battery bank. Now this is a 24 volt system. So if you were to compare that to a 12 volt system, that would be equal to 540 amp hour. Because in the end, watts is watts is watts, which is simply volts times amps. So our battery bank, and we use a 3,000 watt inverter, pure sine wave inverter. With our battery bank, solely on our battery bank, when we're careful, we can go for, when I say 2 days, I don't really mean 48 hours. I'm going to say through 1 day of daylight and towards the end of the next day when it's daylight. So that would not be a full 2 days. But we can do that running the mini split and running the water heater. But when we run the water heater, we turn off the mini split and then we turn the water heater on just long enough to make hot water for us to take our showers. And then we turn the water heater back off, and then we turn the mini split back on. And we don't really have any issues. As far as AC, in my opinion, as far as an AC air conditioner that uses AC current, a mini split is probably the absolute most efficient way to cool an RV, cargo trailer conversion, whatever. By far much more efficient than a typical overhead RV style air conditioner. There's just simply no comparison between the two. So you just can't really get any better than that. Ours is a 12,000 BTU unit, and our trailer is 8.5 by 20. And on the hottest days, we can literally freeze you out of here. We brought people in like on 110 degree days, which it gets that way here in Northwest Arkansas when we're here, easily. And we brought them in here to show the inside of the trailer, give them a little tour. And usually just in a matter of a couple of minutes, they'll say, I'm just way too cold. I got to go outside, because it's so, of course, it's quite a shock to come from out there to come inside the trailer. But that's the best way to explain it. I just, in our opinion, there's no more efficient way to go at the moment.
I love it. I love the ease of it. I love everything about it. It's quiet. Do you want to get into the T-Mobile thing?
Is someone asking about it?
Yes.
Sure. Let's talk about
The
it.
question is, have you found out anything yet about T-Mobile charging an RV fee now for their internet?
Well, I've heard all kinds of rumors. I've seen some YouTube videos out there about it. I have scoured the T-Mobile website and haven't found anything there. We've been with T-Mobile for probably
10 years?
10 years at least. We are what they call a premier preferred customer. All it means is that we set it up for an automatic draft, and so they get their money every month. So they call us that because of that. Here's the thing. This may happen.
Yeah.
This may happen.
If it does, it does.
If it does, it does. Because I've been researching other options out there, just in case something was to happen, in case we wanted to try to change to something else. And the rumor out there is that if you go with the unlimited plan, which is what we have, if you stay with the unlimited plan, supposedly they're going to have other plans as well. But the rumor that I've seen so far is if you stay with the standard unlimited plan that we have now, that it could be as much as $160 a month. Well, to be quite honest, I haven't found anything that would be any better, especially when you're looking at an unlimited type plan. T-Mobile is getting where the coverage is better and better and better, all the time. There have been places we've been where it did not work. There have been places we've been, but not very many. There's also been places we've been that it worked okay. And then there's other places we've been where it's absolutely phenomenal. Here, where we are right now, it is absolutely phenomenal.
So that's why we can go live.
Right. Our download speeds here, while we're here at this particular spot, is over 400 megabytes a second. Our upload speeds are 80 to 90 megabytes per second. I can upload a 30-minute video in 12 minutes here, sitting right here. I don't have to go find a sweet spot anywhere. I will pay the 160. We will continue to stay with it, because so far, from the research that we've done so far, when you consider, now the rumor is that the 160 will still be, if they go to that the $160 a month option would be the unlimited plan. And if that's truly what it is, we will pay the 160 a month, because we haven't found anything else. Now, if we do decide to go out west, then we'll be looking at something else. You know, some people pop up and say, well, Starlink is 150 a month. Yeah, but it costs you $600 to buy the equipment before you ever start using it. And we've talked to several people in the eastern part of the country that
because of all the trees.
Because of all the trees, you know, sometimes it's a hit and miss, and sometimes we have better service than they do. Yeah. So now, there's also been times where they had service
and
when we had practically nothing, you know, because we have some friends that have Starlink. But if we decided to go out west, to where, you know, trees are you know, that's why they have the fastest dogs in the world out west, because it's so far between trees. Should I have said that?
No. You've talked enough now. On to the next question.
Anyway, you know, the chances of Starlink working a whole lot better for us out there is much better than here. So if we decide to go out west, which we are looking seriously into doing that, there's places I want to go, then we will strongly consider that. And who knows, by the time it comes time to make those kind of decisions, who knows what will be available then that is not available now.
Exactly.
You know, because, you know, this technology is changing and advancing by leaps and bounds.
Right. So we're not going, in other words, we're not going to worry about it until it happens.
Yeah.
Hi, Robert from Ohio.
When it happens, and we just deal with it and move on. You know, I'll give up Texas Roadhouse twice a month.
There's one more question, and then we're going to have to get off here.
Okay.
Recommendations for campgrounds on our way to the rendezvous. We are coming from Northeast Oklahoma. Well, it depends upon where in Oklahoma, Northeast, you're coming from.
Well,
if you're down around the Fort Smith area, then, you know, there's probably, I don't know, you're only like, from here to Greenville, we're what? 8 hours.
If I was, let's say, at Northeast Oklahoma, that could be Tulsa, that could be, you know, so and I grew up in Miami, Oklahoma myself. The best place, in my opinion, the best way to go there would be, if you're from that area, the Tulsa area or the area around that, hit the turnpike, go to Joplin, stay right on I-44 into Springfield. From Springfield, connect with Highway 60, and just go all the way across the bottom of Missouri until you get there. Because that's a good highway all the way.
A stop off, if you did that route, would be somewhere on Table Rock Lake.
Yeah, that'd be a good stop off on Table Rock Lake. There are lots of Corps of Engineer campgrounds on Table Rock Lake. I'm trying to think of one that wouldn't be too far off of. The thing about it is, they'd be quite a ways off of I-44. So,
Don't know your route, Teresa. You'll have to here again.
Yeah.
You got our email.
Email us and tell us where you're coming from, and then we'll do some research for you. Email us at iridetinyhouse@gmail.com, and we'll look at that and look at possible routes that you would be able to take, where you could, I would say, You may want to stop. Like at
Lisa says
one
they're
point.
coming from northeast Oklahoma, the Tulsa area, and they're driving straight through, Teresa. So you might want to think about that. It's not that far unless you're just wanting to stop somewhere.
Yeah.
Which I understand.
Oh, yeah.
Because we normally only like to do 3 to 4 hours ourselves.
Now you can stop off at you can camp at one of the casinos there in Miami, which is just right off of the turnpike there.
Yep, that's only an hour and a half from Tulsa.
That's true. You haven't gone very far when you get there. I keep forgetting that.
Roaring River State Park in Missouri, Felicity says, is a nice campground. Might be a good stop.
It's a little off the beaten path, but still wouldn't be bad. Yeah, you'd have to. The best way to go to Roaring River from northeast Oklahoma would be to come on up into Rogers, and then from Rogers go out Highway 62 until you got to Garfield.
And if you're coming that direction, you might as well stop at Lost Bridge.
Yeah, well, yeah. But if they can get a site, they might do better at Roaring River State Park.
I don't know.
But actually, you don't go to Garfield, go to Gateway, hang a left on Highway 37, and you just go about 5 miles up Highway 37, then you hang a right on 112, and that takes you right down to Roaring River State Park, which is a beautiful park. But the hill going down into it is like that. And once you get down into the park, no matter which direction you go out, you've got a pretty steep hill to climb out. So it all depends on what you're towing with and how heavy your rig is. We've been up the hill
several times
towing our 7,500 pound trailer.
Yeah, and we've been fine.
With our Chevy Express, and it does it just fine. But it is a steep hill. We do want to forewarn you about that, no matter which way you come in to Roaring River. Beautiful, beautiful park. And if you could time it, if you decided to do Roaring River State Park there in Missouri, which is near Cassville, Missouri. So you can go in and Google Map to Cassville, Missouri. But if you did Roaring River State Park, they have a trout farm there, and it is a sight to see. And because they have all kinds of pools from little bitty trout like this, and they're all in stages of growth all the way up to like that. So it would be a neat place to stop for a couple of days and just take in the sights. There's lots to see at Roaring River State Park.
It's time. We've been on over an hour.
Okay.
Time to shut her down.
Y'all hear the rain?
Yeah, it's starting.
Can you hear the rain? Yeah. That's about as loud as it ever gets.
Yeah.
Let me make sure that, oh wow, 143. Man, we are so tickled that so many people come in. All right. Lincoln, Nebraska. Cracker Barrel is great. Yeah, Cracker Barrel is a good place just to stop overnight. That's for sure. And I'm sure you could probably hit one in Springfield. And I'm sure there's one at Joplin. But here again, Joplin's not that far from
Tulsa. No.
From Tulsa.
No.
So, Danny Smith is in near the Hot Springs area. Hi, Danny. Yeah. Where's
Delilah?
Miss D?
She and Bill had an argument a while ago, so she's in her hidey hole.
Yeah, she knocked over some more of my stuff again.
So she's hiding out in the hamper.
She's being a brat here lately. So I'll have to go love on her here in a minute.
Yep.
All right. Well, everybody, it's been awesome. Thank you so much for coming on and chatting with us. We've really enjoyed it. We're going to try to get one more video out before the end of the month if the weather permits, because we'd like to be able to shoot it outside. And we're running out of time. The last day is Tuesday, and I got a full day of doctor's visits tomorrow. But if
Well,
Tuesday,
we could film that.
we could, couldn't we? If they'd let me. But anyway, thank you so much for coming on. We've really enjoyed visiting with everybody. Those of you that are going to be able to make it to the Rendezvous, fabulous. We're looking forward to seeing you, making new friends. And then as soon as we get that one under our belt, then Deb and I will be talking about another one, down the road. We got to kind of hang close to the Northwest Arkansas area for a while. We'll do a little bit of traveling out and about here and there, but we got to hang close.
We're going to do it in circles.
Yeah, we'll do it in circles and come back, because we want to be in this area because of Little Nugget that's going to be coming in November. So we want to be nearby if we would need to get back here quick, if you know what I mean.
I have to be here when
understand.
Nugget makes its appearance.
Yeah, and so
Have to be here.
anyway, I guess that's it. Y'all know what we're going to say, don't they?
Probably.
I hope so by now. Y'all know what we're going to say. This is Bill and Deb with I Ride Tiny House Adventures. We're not, no, let me say that again. We are not camping.
We are.
Okay, let me do it again.
Bill can't figure his own tagline. We're not camping. We are living.
What she said.
Bye, y'all.
See ya. Bye-bye now. Oh, Tony said goodnight. There's the X.